we're going to talk about your preschool, daycare, mommy's day out must-haves. I mean, it's still pretty big, but it's not as big as the ones that you will come across, I promise. I literally took this out of the washer to show you guys. If you go camping, you probably know this better than I do. The backpack, fit a sleep sack in here. You know what I mean? Don't really recommend these. Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week we're going to talk about your preschool, daycare, mommy's day out must-haves. My son recently started going to mommy's day out. Is that what everyone calls it, or is this like a Texas thing? I'm not sure if it's a Texas thing or not, but that's what we call it here. Currently we're doing 2 days a week for half days each, so it's not like a full day yet, but still we need what we need regardless. So in this video I'm going to go through all of the things that we've purchased, things that I recommend you purchase, things that maybe I don't recommend you purchase. As always, I'm going to be very honest. So let's get started. First thing that you are probably going to want to buy is a lunchbox. And I feel like lunchbox nowadays, there's so many brands out there that it's so overwhelming to find ones that fit your needs specifically. For us, we really looked into all the different brands. One that stood out was Bent-Go, which I'm sure you have heard of Bent-Go. A lot of kids come to school with Bent-Go lunchboxes. They actually have a little combo pack now on Amazon where you can get the lunchbox, the backpack, the bottles, everything in one. So everything has its place, which I think is really cool. Honestly, if I had found that before purchasing what I did purchase, maybe I would have tried that first, and I'll explain why. But I do like what we currently have. So we're gonna start out with a lunchbox. Our lunchbox is a it's a no brand box. I don't think it's like a well-known brand at all. It's called Nuby, N-U-B-Y. We got this on Amazon, and basically the top lid is an ice pack. So as you can see, it comes with the ice packs inside. You do have to insert these in, and I will say it's kind of a pain for some reason. So I just leave them in now instead of taking them out. And what I do is once I'm done cleaning this, I put this on the freezer and I just leave it as is. And then when I'm ready to take it out, I take it out and I just put the lid back on, if that makes sense. So that's really useful. I feel like a lot of lunchboxes don't have this, so you have to almost buy a separate thing to keep the lunch cool. So that is something I really liked about this lunchbox. The second thing I really like about it is this is a pretty big compartment. So there's 3 compartments. There's this big one, and then there's these 2 on the side. And these 2 come with these little containers with a lid as well, which is really nice and convenient. So you have the lid for these, so you can either have it without the containers or with the containers. You can also just kind of get creative with it, put it on this side, whatever you want to do. Honestly, normally I just keep the containers in here. I will put a bed of fruits on one, some sort of cheese or sort of like sandwich cut out in little pieces, and then here I'll do the protein. So that's normally how I do his lunch, but I really like this. I like that it's not chunky and it's not too big, because as you guys will notice, as you're purchasing in the market to purchase a lunchbox, a lot of them, and Bent-Go is one of them, they're really chunky for some reason. And this is just really lightweight, which is really nice, and it's not too big. And I mean, it's still pretty big, but it's not as big as the ones that you will come across, I promise. This is great. We're loving it. It comes with this little guy to keep it cool, and you put it in. and it fits perfectly. You zip it up like so. There's a little handle here, and you're good to go. I don't know why the lighting right now is kind of off, but we're just gonna work with it. But yeah, love this guy. I think this is great. It's super cute. This design is one of many different ones that they carry. So I'll link everything that I'm mentioning in the description below. So if you guys want to check it out, feel free to take a look at it and see if you like anything. But yeah, we are really liking this. I would either get this again or the new Bentgo that has the ice packs built into it, because there's one that does and one that doesn't. So just something to keep in mind as you're purchasing lunch boxes. Second thing you are going to want to get is a sleep sack or a sleep mat for them to have naps during their day at mommy's day out, daycare, preschool, whatever it is that your season of life is right now with your kids. But I think in most states, whether it's half a day or a full day, there's still a requirement for the kids to take a nap. So with that being said, this is the one that we got. This little guy right here, okay, it comes with a little pocket where they actually give you a little tag that says this belongs to, and you can put your kid's name and you put that in the little pocket right here. We also did purchase though name tags for him. So this is what it looks like. Okay. And in addition to having this little tag behind the sleep sack, we have tags over here too. It's not attached right now because we're washing this. But I really like this for that reason. This is really soft. Like the blanket is super soft, but since we're in Texas, we don't want it to be like super hot. So this is just enough, like comfy, warm enough, but not too warm, if that makes sense. So we really like that. And then this comes with obviously a pillow. So the pillow is right here and you just attach it inside. And the reason why, again, this is not there is because we're washing this. I literally took this out of the washer to show you guys. So that's that. And it's nice and easy to fold up so that when you're ready, let me back up a little bit. You basically just fold it up this way. Okay. And then there's this little guy over here that you just go around the sleep sack, okay, like so, and you're good to go. If you go camping, you probably know this better than I do. I'm not a big camper girl, but yeah, that is how this works, and it's nice and easy to clean. It's comfortable. I have no complaints. I feel like when it comes to sleep sacks, most of them are probably very similar. I would think the only difference would be maybe the blanket maybe being warmer or lighter. So depending which state you live in, I would just look into that a little bit more and you should be good. The third thing you're going to want to get is a backpack. And again, this is something you're going to see a variety of when you search for it online, if you're looking for it online. Again, all of these things that I'm showing you guys are actually from Amazon, by the way. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I'm an Amazon girly. You guys already know everything I buy is pretty much on Amazon. But yes, we got this Mickey Mouse one because he's obsessed with Mickey Mouse right now. We're in a big Mickey Mouse phase. So we got this one. I will say it looks big enough, like big enough, but for our setup, it's still pretty tight. So it's got the compartment for the drinks on the side, and I'll show you guys. This is the lunchbox, right? That's already the whole thing. So you can't really fit much in here. And that's what you will find is My son is 2 years old, so he really can't carry a backpack on his own right now still. So really the backpack is for cute purposes right now, and maybe to separate a couple of things. And you are going to need, more likely than not, a bigger bag just to put everything in as you're bringing them to school. So you're going to have the backpack, maybe have the little lunchbox inside, the bottles, which I will show you guys in a little bit, which ones we got, and then also a bigger bag to put everything in, like the sleep sack, for example. Can't fit a sleep sack in here, you know what I mean? So no matter what, you're gonna need a bigger bag. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have one already, like a big tote bag or any bag really, honestly, ours isn't cute. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Really not a big deal what bag you get. You just need a really big bag. Find the biggest bag in your house and you'll be fine. But this is the backpack we picked. I'll link it here for you guys too. We like it. It's cute. Honestly, the purpose was to have a backpack that was exciting for him and something for him to look forward to, because, you know, going to school is a big change. So you want to make it as exciting as possible. So keep that in mind as you're looking for a backpack for your little one. Now, what you also need are leak-proof bottles for your little ones. And Caden still drinks milk, so we have two, one for water and one for milk. These are the ones that we use at home. And the reason why I'm sending these with him is because he's only doing a half day. But if I was to put him in mommy's day out or daycare for a full day, I would really choose one that keeps the drinks cool, because what I'm doing right now is putting the milk and the water here, and then on this little guy, I'm adding an ice pack inside, which is what we usually do when we go out with the kids on weekends. But there's like an ice pack compartment here. And I basically put these two bottles inside to keep them cool for the half day. However, if he does eventually go for a full day, I honestly would feel better with just having one that keeps it cool to begin with, for a couple of reasons. One, because it will occupy less space, because like I said, this backpack is really not that spacious. So if I'm putting the lunchbox that I just showed you guys, I really have to do it sideways to fit this big guy in here with the water bottles. And it fits, but you know, it's just too much space. It's occupying way too much space for no reason. Instead, if I had one that would just keep it cool, I could just put it on the side compartments and it would just be much easier for everybody. So I don't really recommend these, because you can just buy one that keeps it cool to begin with, and it would just save you a lot of time too. So, and time is important to be saved here. And the tags that I showed you guys, I have it on the backpack too. One thing to keep in mind as we're in the subject of tags again, is that when you send your kid to school, name tags are everything. You want to have name tags on every single thing that they own. It's so, so important. So there can never be enough name tags for your kids' stuff. Just keep that in mind. So I'll link below the one that we got. It's really cute. It's like an animal zoo theme one. I don't know if you guys can see. And you just write their name in the middle, and it works. And yeah, you just, you know, you don't have to worry about their stuff. I have the name tags on the backpack. I have stickers on the lunchbox, on the water bottles. I have the name tag on the sleep sack, on the big bag, and I'll show you guys more stuff as we go along. So like I said, we have a not so cute bag to keep all the stuff, like the sleep sack, the backpack, and everything else I'm about to show you guys that you will need. It doesn't really matter as long as it fits everything and it's easy for you to carry to the school. So another thing that you guys will need is obviously diapers for the total of days they'll be in school. So for us, he's there for a couple of days. You know how often your kid needs to be changed. One important thing, and even by the way, on the bag, we have his name. So on this little Ziploc bag, we have his name. And then his name is also on the diaper. So each diaper has his name on it. Yes, that is necessary. I don't know if every school requires you to do this, but that's my school. So I'm just sharing what we're doing here because I have a feeling that's every school. Otherwise, they may mix up the diapers. I don't know. But you will need a Ziploc bag with diapers. I feel like it's an easy way to store your diapers. Also, of course, on that note, need wipes. And again, the wipes have his name on it. They also ask for you to bring like a stuffy for their nap time. So whatever they like sleeping with, bring that. And you will also need a change of clothes. So we have a change of clothes in here. Shorts, shirt, and shoes, just in case he needs an outfit change in case something happened. This hasn't happened yet. Hopefully it won't, but if it does, that's okay. We have it covered. So these are the things that you will need in order to send your kid to Mommy's Day Out, preschool, daycare. Nice and easy, honestly. Not as overwhelming as we think in our heads. Like I thought, like I was so overwhelmed thinking of the list of things to buy, but really, it's really not that bad. That is really all I personally needed to send him to Mommy's Day Out. And in addition to that, I just want to say that, you know, we all have different experiences with that first time dropping our kids off in daycare, preschool, Mommy's Day Out, whatever it may be for you. And it's okay to feel a little bit guilty or feel a little bit sad or even to feel happy or to cry or not to cry, because honestly, I personally did not cry. And I don't know how many people warned me that I was going to cry when I dropped him off. The number of people, insane. And I had a feeling I wasn't going to cry just because I can be very logical for some things, not everything. But I said to myself, I don't think I'm going to cry because this is a good thing for him. Like, this is a really exciting day for him. He's about to go to school for the first time. He's going to meet some new friends. He's going to be able to socialize, see someone other than mom and his brother and our dog, do different activities, get outside a little bit more because, you know, I have a 3-month-old right now. So, and it was 100 degrees every day here for the summer. So it was really hard for us to get out during the week. So it made me really happy. It made my heart really full knowing that he was going to get that, you know, something that I couldn't entirely give him, he was going to get now. And that made me really happy. But I can also see if, you know, you're a mom and you're really sad because you've spent all these days with your, you know, little one at home every single day and now they're not there. Obviously, you know, that can lead you to feeling sad or guilty or wanting to cry, but there's nothing to feel guilty about. Your feelings are valid, but there's nothing to feel guilty about. You're doing an amazing job, and You just want the best for your kid. And everyone's reasonings are different. Some people are not okay with leaving their kids in daycare. Some people are okay with it. Some people rather have them home. It's okay. Whatever you are, whatever your decisions are, we have to respect. Like, you're doing what you think is best for you and your family. And that is all that matters. You know, sometimes we kind of have to block the noise and focus on what's around us, like our family, our situation, our reasonings, and what's best for you and your child, because you know them better than anyone. So I just wanted to close out this video by saying this, because I know that the mom guilt is real. I will say, when he does go to school, even though it's for half a day, I do miss him a lot, but I still feel extremely happy that he's getting that time that I'm not fully able to provide him right now. I also feel really blessed because I get to have some one-on-one time with my 3-month-old, which, you know, if you have a second baby, you know, like, you don't get that one-on-one as much as you did with your first. So I'm really utilizing that time to just have that bonding with him and have that one-on-one time that I haven't been really able to have. So that is my take on the preschool daycare mommy's day out situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a mom friend, and I will see you next time.